Before we go into the Mint system, I just want to make very clear what we have done so far and what are our next steps. Until now, we only have created a development path. But in order to become a flight attendant, all new hires have to go through this development path. So the development path has to be assigned to our flight attendants, to every new hire. In addition, also, we have to make sure that record item 1 and record item 2 is assigned to class 1 and record item 3 is assigned to class 2. So these are the things that we want to do in this part of the video. I created already in the in-flight training department our 5 new hires here, the upcoming crew members, and at the moment they are not qualified for anything. What you have to understand is, in order to assign them the development path, you have to understand that a development path in the Mint system is a resource record item property. The development path is treated as a resource record item property. So we have to assign to these new hires a record item, and then the development path is a property of this record item. So what is the record item that these 5 new cabin crew members need? It is flight attendant in training. This is what I already created here. It's a position, flight attendant in training. So if I assign to any of these cabin crew members the flight attendant in training, I want to assign at the same time the development path. So we have to activate this property first. And I do it on the positions level, right mouse click, properties, edit resource record item properties. And here we already have the development path. So the missing piece is that this development path has to be activated. We go to the next page, development path, activate and apply. That's it. We close this window and we deselect here the selection, and now we assign, if we assign now the cabin crew number 1 to this record item, flight attendant in training, you can see here is our development path. That's nice. Now we have the possibility to select here our development path that we created in our first video. We just click OK, apply, and that's it. Now let's see how this looks like for cabin crew number 1. Where can we see this development path? I double click here, and if I move to the resource schedule page, you can see that we have the possibility to select a development path, the one that was assigned to this person, development path, and here it is. So it is shown, the individual development path is shown here, and it starts with the day. The development path starts with the day of the assignment. Now it might be the case that you say, well, I don't want that. I know that this new hire comes into our company next month. So you would like to say, I want to assign the development path for another day. If you don't make any specific assumption, then it is always the current date, as we have it here. But you have the possibility to control that. And that is what I also want to show you now. In this case, we need another property. Again, we go to position, right mouse click, property. And here now we need another property of type date. So we click add. And let's say we call it development path start date. And that is a property of type date. We click apply, and now we have to tell the system that this is the specific property with the specific meaning by selecting preference used as HR development path assigned date property. That's what we have to select here. Okay, we go to the next page, and of course we have to activate this property here as well. So where is it? Dev path start date, here it is. We click activate, apply, and close this window. Now we do the same thing for cabin crew number 2, FA in training. And let's say, for example, we know that cabin crew number 2 starts in 1 month. So we say the dev path start date is, for example, 1st of February. And it is, of course, our development path that we created for the flight attendants. Okay, that's it. We click apply. Do you wish another? No. And now let's see how it looks like for cabin crew number 2. Double click here again. We select again our development path. And now you can see we are here in February. It starts a month later. So that gives us a better control for all our development path, for the starting of the development paths. So then we want to do that for our other 3 as well. So we select all 3 of them, flight attendant in training. And we would say it starts, let's say, next week, 18th. And we select our development path. Okay, apply. That's it. So this was the first part. Now all our cabin crew new hires have the development path assigned. That's nice because they are flight attendants in training. Now the other thing that I spoke about is to assign record item 1 and 2 and 3 to our products. And we do this, of course, in the products page. Okay, and here on our products page, we open the class 1. And let's say, for example, we have record item 1 on day 2 and record item 2 on day 3. So we open day 2 event, we select our record item 1, move that over, go to the gradings page, and here we say we select the record item 1 and we tell the system that it is the in-flight instructor who assigns this record item to the student. Right, that was record item 1 on day 2, and you can see this little icon here that tells us that we have a record item assigned to this event. And the same we do now with day 3. We open the event, select the record item number 2, grading page, select the record item 2, pick the CRM instructor in this case, and say it is the student who receives that. That is day 3 and record item 2. So we are done now with our class 1. That's the class 1. And with class 2, it works a little bit different because let's say, for example, the final exam here is on day 3. And typically a final exam is part of a grade sheet, not just one record item, it is a grade sheet. And I created already a grade sheet that contains the record item number 3. So the record item 3 is part of a grade sheet that I created already. I will show you that in the next video. So we do not select now record item 3, we just select the grade sheet. And the grade sheet is the flight attendant's grade sheet, this one. And on this grade sheet, there is the record item 3. So if the student successfully passes this class, the instructor will grade the student successfully, and then the instructor assigns this record item 3 to the student because record item 3 is part of this flight attendant's grade sheet. That is what you have to understand. So the rest is the same. We select that and we say it is the CRM instructor here that assigns this to the student. So that's it. Now we are ready to schedule our students, and that is the part of the next video.